Real quick before we start the video, I just want to let everyone know that I am selling license plate frames. I had a few hundred made. They are available now. They are aluminum with the logo screen printed on them. And if you want to support this channel, support what I do, and you want to let people know that you are a fan of Openpilot and driving chill, go to my website right now at loganlegrand.com/store. These will only be there while supplies last. I'm shipping to anywhere in the US and Canada. I've already sold quite a few to people on the Discord, so if you want one, get it now, and thanks for supporting me. So a couple weeks ago, I decided to trade in my Corolla. Now there's nothing wrong with it, worked great with Openpilot. I just wanted something a little bigger, and ideally something that could tow and still be compatible with Openpilot so I could continue to make Openpilot related content. So with that in mind, I went and found a 2021 Toyota Highlander. Now this is an XLE all-wheel drive, gas powered with a tow package. So I took it home, and the next day I installed my comma 3 on it and began testing it out and seeing how it performed. Then within the next week, I went and rented a U-Haul car transport trailer and proceeded to go on a 300-mile round-trip journey towing with my Highlander and my comma 3. And this video will go over how that experience went, the things I learned, how Openpilot performs, and if you're interested in towing with Openpilot, hopefully this video can help give you some insight and help you learn exactly what to expect when you take on this by yourself. So please enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, let's talk towing with Openpilot. As you can see, I've got my Miata hitched up behind me. It's about 4,500 pounds that I'm towing. The Toyota Highlander, which I have now, tows 5,000 pounds, so we're close, but honestly, it handles it really well. Performance-wise, fuel mileage, I mean, it's doing really well, better than I probably expected. It brakes fine, it can accelerate, but let me tell you about what it's like to tow with Openpilot, especially towing this much, a few kind of drawbacks, and a few things that I do differently when I'm towing versus not towing. So first of all, Toyota recommends using a weight distribution hitch, which I can't really do with just a U-Haul trailer that I rented. So that means that the vehicle's pitched up a lot more, and Openpilot, the calibration gets thrown off when it goes from normal ride height to the nose up from the weight of the trailer, the tongue weight. You can either reset calibration, so you do that once you've hitched up, or if you just drive like 5-10 miles, it'll eventually recalibrate itself. It's always updating calibration as it goes, so the calibration will update eventually. And you can just watch. If you have lane lines on, you'll see, or you can just see the driving path. It'll slowly like line back up. And that's the other thing. I'm driving with lane lines on, and that's because it just helps keep you more centered in the lane. Like laneless, sometimes it'll not be perfectly centered. So right now, at least, I use lane lines because I can look out both mirrors and I'm dead center in the lane, which is great when you have a trailer and it's a little bit wider than my vehicle. So it's always good to just stay perfectly centered in your lane as much as possible. And the other big thing I do differently is I don't really let Openpilot do a lot of accelerating and braking. Toyota says not to use the lane keeping assist, the factory system. They also say not to use the radar cruise control. There's a good reason for that. It's because you've got an extra 4,500 pounds behind you. The vehicle's programming and the cruise control programming isn't set up to compensate for that. You have to brake a lot harder, you need to brake a lot earlier, so it just doesn't work well. So when I'm towing, anytime something happens in front of me, I need to make a big speed change. I either need to brake or accelerate, or someone cuts in front of me, and I know Openpilot's going to try to like slow down. I just take over. I just disengage, I adjust the speed to where it needs to be, and then I just reset and go. And that seemed to work out really well. And still, like, once you get onto the interstate, like now, you can just cruise and it works great. I haven't had any problems. Even like there's a big gust of wind and it handled it well. Lane change works. This has blind spot monitoring, and it actually works pretty well because it picks up like that car before it even gets to my trailer. It sees it and lets me know. So it's kind of nice that it's picking up cars kind of back, behind the back of my trailer. So like when I go to do a lane change, it's not even going to let me do a lane change with the blind spot monitoring being active. So, but I can show you real quick what a lane change looks like. Basically, you can just hit the turn signal and we just switch lanes. Super smooth, works with the trailer, works with the payload, so pretty happy about that. And yeah, towing's something you can do with Openpilot. It's the whole reason I bought the Highlander, basically, so that I could tow and still be able to use Openpilot and make videos. So hopefully you guys found this interesting. If you're interested in towing, leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see me do something else with the Highlander or have any questions about towing with Openpilot. And thanks for watching.